Morning, everyone. It's 8:40 and Tuesday morning, and this is your pre-opening comment. Video number 1460. Okay, Asia slightly higher, Europe kind of choppy and mixed. A lot of Europe was actually closed yesterday for the Queen's. I mean, the UK was absolutely, completely closed for the Queen's funeral. Um, when I came down this morning, the Dow was down about 50, and the S&P and Nasdaq were also lower, but not really much. At 8 o'clock, it was back to down 100 in the Dow, down 68 in the Nas, and down 17. But coming into the release of housing starts and permits, we got to minus 210 on the Dow, almost 100 on the Nas, and about 28 on the S&P. Now we had those numbers. Housing starts was a surprise to the upside at 1,575,000 annual rate units, which was an increase of 12.2%. They were actually only looking for 0.3%. They beat that. The expectation was 1,450,000. On permits, however, they missed. They were looking for 1.6 million, and it came in at 1.51 million. Part of the problem here is interest rates and mortgage rates. Mortgage rates are solidly over 6, and people are now talking about 6.5 to 7. In the government market, the 2 year has popped yet again, 396.4. That closed the week last week uh, substantially lower than that. I think that the number was actually uh, 385 for the 2 year. For the 10 year, it was 345. The 10 year is now 356. So that's up 11 basis points for the week already. As I mentioned last night, Ford had a warning and on supply chain issues, thousands of unfinished trucks because they're missing parts. The stock had closed 1493 up 21, traded down to 1404, and was 1425 down 44 or 3%. This morning, it's continued lower, and the last is 1422, and that's down 71 cents or 4.78%. Um, there was a little company, Pagado, PGY. It's an Israeli fintech stock. Came earlier this year, just a couple of months ago. It was a SPAC, and the stock was all over the place. After that, it went from, let's see, after trading the first day, the announcement, it was 620 up 3.5. In the period of 10 days after that, it went to 34.5, whereupon it turned and headed back south. Yesterday, closing at 699. That was down 88 cents, so not an insubstantial move there of 11.5%. But this morning it has continued lower. I didn't see any specific news, but the stock is 273 down 426, 61%. And along those same lines, the one that I have discussed with you repeatedly since it came uh, was Shuttle Pharmaceutical. That deal came at, I think it was 8 and an eighth or 8 and a quarter. The first day hitting 84. The second day hitting 126.26, but closing down at 52, and it's gone. They tried to rally it up back into the 40s, but yesterday it closed at 9.55, which was up 56 cents. So not a bad day. This morning, however, it is $9 again, down 55. So, 8 to 126, complete round trip. Recent low, $7.77. Okay, futures. This is the oil yesterday, got down back into that support, closed near the high. It's basically unchanged today, but a lot of the futures are unchanged today. Gold having a nice reversal yesterday is giving up a little of it, down 380. Silver down 13 cents, which is also not too big a deal. The heating oil is up a nickel, gasoline is up 3 cents, and the nat gas is up about 3.5 cents. So really not much going on. However, the dollar is strong again, over 109.85. That's up about 39 cents, and clearly the reason for that is the bonds. The bonds are down 1 and 13/32, which is just under 1.5, 1 and 3/8 in that area. And again, we are approaching the lower end of the channel, this perfect little channel that we have here. MACD flattened out, and let's just take a look and see if we're anywhere near the Bollinger Bands. Not yet. 126, 126.25. So 127. The low here is 129.16, which is exactly where it's trading. So maybe we get a bounce in there, but I'm not going to try and catch the falling knife. If we do get a reversal day, then I would take a strong look at it. All right, everyone. Be back later. Be careful out there.